For years, the Corvette community buzzed with anticipation for the ultimate version of the mid-engine C8. Fans, journalists, and industry insiders alike referred to this mythical top-tier Corvette by one name, Zora. It was a title not only fitting but deeply meaningful, a tribute to Zora Arkus-Duntov, the man behind the original push for a mid-engine Corvette. But now, as the dust settles from Chevrolet's official unveiling, it turns out the long-rumored name isn't making it to production. Instead, Chevy has called their new American hypercar the ZR1X, a name that, for many, feels more like a placeholder than a legacy. To be clear, the car itself is stunning. With 1,250 horsepower, a twin-turbo V8, hybrid all-wheel drive, and sub-2-second 0 to 60 performance, the ZR1X is a true engineering marvel. It's the fastest and most technologically advanced Corvette ever built. But for some fans, the badge on the back just doesn't match the legend that's been building for the past half-decade. So, what happened? Why didn't General Motors choose to call this car Zora? According to a Chevrolet spokesperson, the decision was rooted in consistency and branding. He explained that ZR1X is an extension of the ZR1 family, so we believe ZR1X is a fitting name for the new variant. It's a logical answer on the surface. After all, Porsche does the same thing by adding RS to their top-tier performance models. But while Porsche's naming feels natural and earned over time, the ZR1X name feels, to many, like a missed opportunity to deliver something with historical resonance. In truth, Chevy never promised the Zora name. They never teased it, trademarked it publicly, or committed to using it in any marketing materials. It was a name fans embraced and ran with. It grew organically across forums, YouTube videos, and social media posts. And perhaps that's why it stings more, because this wasn't just a name chosen in a boardroom. It was a grassroots title from a community that reveres the history of the brand. Chevy's explanation, though diplomatic, doesn't offer much more than corporate clarity. The company claims the ZR1X represents a natural evolution of the ZR1 lineage and that the X does not stand for AWD, experimental, or even extreme, despite speculation. According to their statement, there was no grand scheme behind it, and it simply made sense to stick close to the ZR1. That practicality may be valid from a branding perspective, but it lacks the soul and storytelling fans were hoping for. Still, the car itself doesn't disappoint. At its heart is a 5.5-liter twin-turbocharged LT7 V8 engine, already featured in the ZR1, making 1,064 horsepower and 828 pound-feet of torque. On top of that, it adds an electric motor with 186 horsepower and 145 lb-ft of torque to power the front wheels, pulled from the hybrid E-Ray. Together, this hybrid system delivers a total of 1,250 horsepower, figures that push the ZR1X into proper hypercar territory. Performance is nothing short of jaw-dropping. The ZR1X can hit 60 miles per hour in under 2 seconds. That's faster than most people can even process, and it puts the car in the same conversation as multi-million-dollar exotics like the Bugatti Chiron or Rimac Nevera. Unlike those hypercars, however, the Corvette ZR1X will likely cost a fraction of the price, offering American-made speed that competes with the best in the world. The addition of all-wheel drive also marks a major turning point for the Corvette lineup. Long celebrated for its rear-wheel drive purity, the hybrid front-axle drive system adds both grip and acceleration. It's a technological shift that opens up new levels of performance, but also a philosophical one, showing how Corvette is evolving into something more complex, more advanced, and potentially more global. Some fans might not love the idea of a hybrid Corvette, let alone one that doesn't carry the name of its most revered figure. But there's no denying that the ZR1X is one of the most capable and extreme road-going Corvettes ever produced. The numbers speak for themselves. This is the American hypercar we were promised. Regardless of what it's called, there's also an argument to be made that keeping the name Zora in reserve isn't such a bad thing. If Chevy has something even more radical in mind for the future, perhaps an all-electric Corvette or a true halo car beyond the current C8 architecture, then maybe that's where the Zora name will finally be used. It would certainly be fitting for a model that's truly a clean break from the past, not an evolution of what already exists. For now, though, the ZR1X is the peak of the C8 generation. It's a statement car. It's proof that American engineering can stand shoulder to shoulder with the most revered names in Europe. And even if it doesn't wear the Zora badge, it still carries the legacy forward in its performance, its innovation, and its ambition. At the end of the day, names matter. But so do results. And the ZR1X delivers the latter in a big way. Whether or not the Zora name ever finds its way onto a production model, one thing is clear: this Corvette is not just fast, it's historic.